I can tell my stream because I can't get anything to stand up right. Oh shit. We are off to a fantastic start today. Ugh. God, going everywhere. I have problems happening. I need help. I need supervision. Let's try this. Stand up, but not like that. Ah! I'm not actually mad at the phone. I'm mad in general. My hair is wet because I have just stepped out of a depression shower, which is great. I'm very stressed out, so I just kind of want to talk, I guess. And I don't really know. I hadn't really planned a video at all for this week, so I hadn't really planned on talking, but I was outside taking a walk because less than a block from my house there's a Pokestop for Pokemon Go, and every now and then I'll just go, and whenever I take our dog out for a walk, we'll sometimes go and we'll just spin the stop or whatever. And it's weird because I guess the story starts last summer, but basically when we were walking back, I was walking down the street, and out of the corner of my eye, my peripheral vision, I saw a guy coming out of a house, and he waved at me. And the problem with that is it was a person that I had met before. Met is a word I use loosely. I know that he lives somewhere down the street, and I don't know which house he lives in because I've seen him at a couple of them. But I was outside one evening, and he basically assaulted me on the street. Assaulted me. Physical contact was made, and I have had problems with being stressed ever since then because I already have similar types of trauma. So he fucking waved at me like we were buddies or something, and I just kept walking. So then I came in, and I have pills for when I have anxiety attacks. They're if you're having an anxiety attack, take this right now. And so I took one of those, and I just took my depression shower. So I don't know, I'm just really, really stressed out, and my level of panic is kind of high. I don't know, I should be able to walk outside in broad daylight and not see somebody who's attacked me. I reported him when it happened. It's not like I didn't do anything. It was reported and everything, but by the time I was comfortable reporting it, which really wasn't that long afterwards, it was already kind of too late for them to do anything, I think. Anything that really means anything, aside from patrol the area for a few days, which is all they did. But I don't know. And I don't know what I'm going to talk about, because I didn't really want to talk a whole long time about that, because obviously it's upsetting. But I just don't know what else to talk about. Oh, my life. Just a lot of stressful things. I guess one good thing that happened recently is I got a tattoo of my hedgehog, like I talked about in my tattoo video that I did. And so when that's healed, I'll probably talk a little bit more about it. There's a picture of it on Instagram, and it is also on my Snapchat story. And I guess if you're a newer follower or something and you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm going to have my Instagram linked below just for convenience. I usually follow back people on there that follow me, that are from here specifically. All you have to do basically is just follow me and just send me a message. As long as you're not really weird or creepy or something, I will follow you back. It's no big deal. Especially because I like making videos and stuff, but I don't do it just to get views or anything like that. I just vlog about things because I like to do it. And when people like my videos, I like it, so I like to follow people back on Instagram. I don't know. I should really comb my hair. I don't know if I want to. I'm still stressed. I have tea on the stove, but it's not ready yet. Well, I don't have the tea on the stove. I have the water on the stove. Shit. And I'm kind of like, I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, you react, but you react different the more things like that happen. And it's like, I'm just kind of in a daze about it. And it sucks because I feel like that since it's happened more than once that I should be better at handling it. But that's not been my experience at all. And I can't afford self-defense classes. I've watched some tutorials online, but really I don't feel like I've learned anything. And he didn't approach me, so it's not like I could have done anything at that moment anyway. But I usually, most of the time, I do carry like a knife with me, but I don't even know, depending on the situation, I'm smart enough to know that sometimes that's still not going to help you. I don't know why, people are shit. And that's why I don't really talk to people a lot. And I was already stressed because I have a lot of things happening all the time. I guess I mostly only talk about that on Tumblr because Tumblr is one of the few places where I don't have, like, family that follows me. Like, on Instagram, I have a few people that do, and I just, like, I love my family, but I don't like them to know everything that's going on that's stressing me out just because I have so much going on all the time that it would worry them way more than I think would be beneficial, and I think that would just make it worse for me. So I mostly only rant about things like that on Tumblr. Like, my landlord is really great, and she's been letting me help her, like, do things in the building, like cleaning and stuff like that. And she's been taking a little bit off of our rent, which is helpful, but, like, I owe her, like, $2,000 right now. And that's been shitty. Because when I was in the hospital for my kidney infection in December, the place where I was working, they did not ever pay me for my medical leave. And the medical leave, I was only in the hospital for a few days, but they never paid me for those few days. And I kept asking about it, and they had me on an extended leave until they decided whether or not they were going to pay me, which was unpaid. And they kept me on that leave for like 6 months. And it just, like, they always assured me that it was fine and I was going to get paid and they were going to pay me, and then they just kind of fired me. And the thing about that is, like, I can't really do anything about it because I live in Indiana, and Indiana is a work at will state, which means they can fire you for any reason from anywhere. And so that was part of the issue. And I really haven't been able to find work since then, and I don't really know why. Like, I've applied multiple times to everywhere that seems to be hiring. I've called and I've walked in. I don't know. It's not been working out. So I was talking about it on there, and I have more medical bills. I have so many expenses that just, I don't know. I don't want to feel like I'm just complaining in this live stream either, because it's been almost 10 minutes. I feel like I'm just talking about all kinds of negative stuff, but I don't know. It's what I happen to be thinking about right now. It's when you're stressed and freaking out about stuff, sometimes your thoughts just kind of pile up on each other. I'm trying to think about more positive things that I can possibly talk about. I got to tattoo my boyfriend the other night, and that was fun. There's a picture of that on my Instagram too. I just now remembered. I'd like to do more of that. Both the hedgehog one, I did that one too myself. and I did those stick and poke style, and like, I don't know. I've been following some blogs that do it like more like professionally and stuff, which is great. So I really like that. I'm getting more into that. I love professional tattoos still, obviously. Like, I'm always gonna love those. But I love how, I don't know, tattooing people you know is already special, and I feel like doing it stick and poke style, something about it, I don't know, it's just really great. But like about that, it's not like I just like take a needle. I don't do the thing with the sewing needle and the eraser and the thread. I don't like that. It's not hygienic enough for me, because I worked in a professional shop for over a year as an apprentice, so I know how things need to be done to be clean. And if I did not have professional tattoo supplies from Kingpin, I would not be doing it. So I don't want anybody to worry. I don't want anybody to be like, "Oh my God, you're gonna get hepatitis." No, I know what I'm doing. I don't recommend doing it if you don't know what you're doing. Just because people say you can doesn't mean you should. All that good stuff. Safety first. So yeah, but I really am getting into those because the more I study it, the more I see people that can do a lot of really crazy precision work, and they can do color and all kinds of crazy stuff. Like, a lot of the times they're smaller, but they still have a lot of the same depth that tattoos done by a modern rotary machine, or even like the newer machines. Like, a lot of those can rival them. Like, not a lot of them. There's a certain artists where a lot of their work does. I feel like I should clarify that. For some reason that water over there smells weird. I feel like there's something on the burner. Actually, that tea's probably boiling. I need to set this down and probably turn that down and get it in the cup and do the thing with this stuff. Let's see. Oh, hey, it'll stay right there, but it won't look at me, so I'll be right back. I'm back. Okay. Well, I guess there's a topic I could talk briefly about. I know a lot of people like tea. The tea that I am drinking, or will be drinking, is Private Selection brand Orange Spice Black Tea. Private Selection is a generic brand, but I mean, it's tea, so it's fine. But it's a generic brand of tea from the Kroger Corporation, and I used to work for them. And it's like, Kroger has like 5 or 6 different generic brands of different things, but Private Selection is like the more upscale generic stuff, which is kind of like, I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what it is. And it's got black tea, orange peels, cloves, cinnamon, and natural flavors, which I don't know what those other natural flavors would be, but it's really good. I like it quite a bit. I got it in autumn, I think. I got like 2 or 3 boxes, and it's probably been one of my favorite teas to drink. That's why I'm making it now. I feel like it'll make me feel better. I don't know. I'm just staring at like everything. My anxiety medicine that I take whenever I have an anxiety attack, it calms me down really well, but then once I am calmed down, it lasts for a while. So I tend to just kind of like slow down a little bit. I don't know where my hairbrush is. But yeah, I tend to slow down and I kind of just, sometimes I zone out a little bit. But I mean, the whole point is to kind of, in a sense, I would say the point is kind of to slow you down anyway, because anxiety makes everything go really fast. I'm still kind of having heart palpitations. It's just weird. Oh, instead of brushing out my hair, I'm going to make it worse. I thought about, I don't know. There's like a couple of different topics I've thought about making videos on, but I'm just not sure if I'm ready yet because they're big, in-depth topics that are weird, I guess. Not really weird, but different for like my channel. Oh god, that looks bad. I'm just making everything worse is what I'm doing. I just need to stop. I just need to stop. But like, I don't really want to get too into like my country's politics or anything like that, even though that's something that I think about. I don't really want to get into like social justice topics too much. The reason being is because a lot of people who hate SJWs don't like me, and a lot of the social justice type of enthusiasts don't like me either, because I am kind of in between on a lot of subjects, because for both sides I will say yes, but, and they just don't like the but, because I don't know, because nobody likes moderation lately, even if like you understand the full scope of the situation. So like, I don't want to talk about things like that. I also don't feel like, I don't know, I feel like I don't want my vlogs to be all angry all the time or negative all the time as I sit here and talk about everything that is negative. I don't know. Kind of want to do more like punk oriented videos, like subculture and music, but the reason I guess I haven't is because there's so many different, I don't know, there's so much to get wrong, and there's so much that people say is right that is wrong, and I don't want to be the person that just makes videos that are correcting other people. Like, I made one that was Unpunk Confessions, which is like stereotypically not punk things that I like or do, and it's meant to be funny, and I think it is kind of funny. And then I made one that was like very basic punk outfits. Sorry, my ring is all screwed up. And the one that's like punk outfits is like, it's not stereotypical, this is what a punk looks like, but more like a lot of people in the subculture do this, that, and the other. If you don't have access to like DIY materials and things like that, this is what you can do to feel more part of the culture with the way you dress if you don't live near a scene and stuff like that. And that was mostly like classic punk style, like Levi's and sneakers, but I mean, you know, stuff like that that's like, I think I had some other videos up, but I took them down. I really want to do some punk DIY stuff, but it has been so hard for me to get my camera to do anything ever. Like, I don't have a stand, I don't have like a real camera, I only have my phone. I don't know, I thought about trying some new apps. I've got a few that I used to use, where you could record and edit a little bit, but some of the free apps I don't like. Some of them, if you have it facing you, like the front-facing camera, like one of them, it never lets me record audio if it's front-facing, and it's like a screen recorder, so like I don't click the camera to record it, like I click the app, And what I would try to do is have the screen open like it is now facing me, but then it wouldn't let me record audio, and that was weird. And a lot of them wouldn't be like, if I did DIY videos, I feel like they would be kind of like a tutorial, but it would be more just like a fun thing that I'm doing. So I wouldn't want to just give instructions the whole time. I would kind of like to talk like I do. And so I haven't really found anything that facilitates that idea yet, and I feel like doing a voiceover type of video would be weird for me. I don't know. It just seems like something I would hate. Especially because a lot of my videos are kind of spontaneous. Like, sometimes I'll have certain things planned, but the ones that I actually do plan, I don't do very fast. Like, I have long lists of ideas, but it'll take me like 6 months to get like 4 of them done, because I have to be in the right mood, even if it is a good idea. If I had better equipment, I would probably do like more art stuff in general, like, because I paint a lot, but I don't just want to sit and just show my paintings. Like, I did a couple slide videos of like drawings and paintings and stuff, but I would rather like sit and paint it. I don't know. I just feel like those videos are way cooler. I guess all I would really need, though, for my phone is like something to hold it over, like the table, to where you could see my hands and whatever I was working on, like for smaller projects, but I have no idea how to rig that up either. Here's something I made the other day, though. I posted this on Instagram. It's a mask. It's candy, Kandi, like for like raves and stuff like that. I based the pattern. It's not exactly the same. I based the pattern off of one that I found on candypatterns.com, and it is based off of like a Cheshire cat, but I changed some of the nose. The nose is shaped a little bit different, and the teeth are shaped similar but also somewhat different, and I changed up the colors just because. And I didn't bead the straps, because I didn't want the beads to hurt my ears, and I've read that a lot of people feel that they stay on better without it. But yeah, so this is that. And I've thought about doing more things like this, and that would be cool for videos, because then you could watch me bead it like step by step. I thought that might be fun, and I could do like requests for certain things, but I'm not sure yet. I used to make a lot of bracelets like this that were a couple of like, I never did anything crazy, like I never made a full big cuff or anything like that. I mostly did singles and doubles, which is like how many rows are a bracelet, and I did some necklaces, and I think I made a ton of Pokeballs, which are like little, it's just like little circles, they're like little spheres that are shaped like, colored like Pokeballs. But I was thinking more like intricate things, kind of like this. I don't know, man. I have some things that I made like a few years ago that I want to kind of upcycle that I guess I could do. I don't know. If you've been with my channel for a very long time, you know that I will put up now and then a DIY video, but usually they are like kind of crappy, and I end up taking them down just because it looks so bad. And it's not like an outright fail, it's just like, I have this idea today and I'm going to try it, and then I do it, and then I'm just like, this is kind of cool, and then like a few minutes later I'll decide that wasn't very cool, and then I'll take the video down. But if anybody has any crafting ideas, I will gladly accept those, because that's one of the things that, like, not even just when I'm stressed, but like generally speaking with mental stuff, like that's one of the things that I do to cope, is I make things. So yeah. I think my tea's done. I'll be right back. got my raccoon cup, so I feel a little better. Oh, and I just thought of this. I know that a lot of people like separate their channels for like different stuff that they do, which I kind of like, but I kind of don't like because then I'm following a bunch of channels that end up empty. But I was also thinking that I could try doing like, I used to take guitar lessons and I still play a little bit, mostly punk music, mostly. But I wasn't sure if anybody would be interested if I did videos like that where I did like kind of covers. I don't think I would do anything of my original stuff just because I wouldn't want it to get stolen. Which I feel like a lot of people would be like, you don't have enough followers for that to happen. And even if you had a lot of followers, then nobody would do it. But that still sounds stupid. Basically, I'm always worried about stuff like that because when I was younger, I was on DeviantArt. And I still am. I love that site. But I've had people that I thought were really cool take my art and try and pass it off as their own before. And so, like, whenever I do finished pieces of things, like especially drawings, I take pictures at an angle. So if they want it, or like they want to try and redraw it or something, they have to like try to redraw it and stuff like that. And I'm big on watermarks and stuff and things. And when it comes to like recording myself doing music, or even if I just read poetry that I wrote, I don't know, I'm afraid of people just trying to rip it off. And because it's happened before and I don't want it to happen again. And it's happened with some of my really good art, and it's happened with some of my what I thought looked like horrible art. So I feel like it doesn't matter if my stuff's good or not. Like, there's still going to be somebody who thinks that they can pass it as their own, and that just doesn't seem like something that I want to do a whole lot. But I don't know. Like, covers, I guess, would be cool. I don't know. But I don't know if anybody would really be interested in that, especially, like, if I were to get to the point where I did artsy stuff. I don't know. I don't want to oversaturate the channel with weird things. My relationship with the channel is weird because I vlog because it has helped me do things, like it's helped my confidence, and I get to talk about things that I like, and other people get to comment, and we can have like an exchange of words about it, and it can be good, and you know, whatever. But then and I do it mostly for me, but then there's sometimes where it's like, I do it for me, but at the same time, I don't want everybody to hate it. Like, I guess if people like outright hate it, like with some of my spirituality videos where people are just acting ridiculous, like that doesn't really bother me. But if it was like somebody that I've met and really like and think is super cool, and they're just like completely put off by it, and I don't know. That would make me feel bad somehow. I can't explain it. I don't know. When it comes to people I like, I just care about how they feel, I guess. So that's a thing. Yeah. I was gonna try and get some stuff done today. Like, I cleaned my car back a while ago, but I never vacuumed it. I was gonna try and vacuum it today. There's just a whole lot of stuff that I just don't feel like is going to get done today because of how I'm feeling now. And I know a lot of people, some people may get it, and some people will be like, just pick yourself up by your bootstraps. But I don't think those people really understand very well either how it can be when, I don't know. I don't think everybody understands how trauma works, and I don't think people understand what it's like when you have multiple illnesses all at the same time happening. Like, basically, I was fine, but then that happened, and I essentially just, like, ran out of all my spoons for the day, if that makes sense. Like, I feel completely drained. I feel like I could go to bed. It is, like, noon. It's just ridiculous. I don't understand it. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think I have anything else to say in this live stream. I feel like I'm just wasting time with this, and I feel like nobody's going to watch it because it's really long. But that's okay, because I just wanted to ramble, and that's what I did. But yeah, if you do watch this and you have any opinions on the things I mentioned, like videos and stuff, or even like what happened, like just feel free to talk about that. So yeah.